Have you ever wondered how a corporation can rise to the pinnacle of success only to crumble to ashes in a blink of an eye? Let's delve into the Enron saga. In the mid-1980s, a company emerged from the sun-soaked plains of Houston, Texas. Enron, as it was called, was established with a vision to change the way energy markets operated. Kenneth Lay, the shrewd and ambitious founder, saw an opportunity in the deregulation of the energy sector. He aimed to create an energy powerhouse, a corporation that would not only control the production of energy, but also trade it like a commodity. Enron soon became a market innovator. The company transformed the energy sector by introducing a unique business model. Instead of simply selling electricity and natural gas, Enron started trading futures and derivatives. This strategy was a game changer. Enron was no longer just an energy company. It was a full-fledged financial institution, a Wall Street darling. Enron's rise was meteoric, but so was its fall. The first signs of trouble came to light when their accounting practices were put under scrutiny. Enron's fall from grace began with an innocuous question, a simple query from a financial analyst during a conference call in March of 2001. This question sparked a series of events that led to the unearthing of one of the biggest corporate scandals in American history. Enron's nefarious accounting practices were shrouded in a veil of complexity, making them difficult to comprehend, even for seasoned financial experts. But the lid was blown off this Pandora's box by a group of audacious whistleblowers who were determined to expose the truth. Sharon Watkins, a vice president at Enron, was one of the key figures who took a stand against the corruption. She sent an anonymous letter to the CEO, Ken Lay, warning him about the company's questionable accounting methods. Her courage in standing up against the corporate giant played a pivotal role in shining a light on Enron's deceit. At the heart of the scandal was the complicity of Arthur Andersen, Enron's auditing firm. The role they played in this saga was far from innocent. Andersen was responsible for checking Enron's books and had a duty to ensure everything was in order. Instead, they turned a blind eye to the financial irregularities and, in some cases, actively participated in the cover-up. Andersen's involvement in the scandal was a shocking revelation. As one of the top 5 auditing firms in the world, their complicity raised serious questions about the integrity of the auditing industry as a whole. But as the scandal unfolded, it became clear that Andersen's reputation was irreparably tarnished. As Enron's malpractices came to light, shockwaves were sent through Wall Street and beyond. The company that once stood as a beacon of innovation and success was now a symbol of corporate greed and deceit. The discovery of these malpractices was just the tip of the iceberg. The worst was yet to come. As the house of cards started to crumble, the downfall of Enron was inevitable and swift. The revelation of Enron's unethical accounting practices sent shockwaves through the financial world. Investors, once dazzled by the company's seemingly unstoppable growth, were suddenly confronted with a stark reality. Enron was not the golden goose they thought it was. This crisis of confidence led to a precipitous fall in Enron's stock price. From being one of the most sought-after stocks in Wall Street, Enron's shares became a pariah virtually overnight. At the helm of this sinking ship were the CEO, Kenneth Lay, and his wife, Linda. They were the face of Enron, the embodiment of its rise and fall. As the scandal unfolded, their role in the company's unethical practices came under intense scrutiny. Kenneth Lay, once hailed as a visionary leader, was now seen as a symbol of corporate greed. Despite the company's mounting troubles, he and his wife continued to live a life of luxury, seemingly oblivious to the suffering of their employees. This indifference further stoked public anger and resentment. The downfall of Enron was not just a financial disaster, it was a human tragedy. Thousands of employees lost their jobs and their life savings. Many had invested heavily in Enron stock, believing in the company's bright future. But as the company collapsed, so did their dreams and financial security. As Enron's stock price plummeted, the company spiraled into bankruptcy. The once mighty energy giant was now a shadow of its former self. Its offices, once bustling with activity, now stood empty and silent. Its logo, once a symbol of innovation and success, was now a reminder of one of the biggest corporate scandals in history. In the end, Enron was not just a story of corporate greed, but also of human tragedy. The downfall of this empire served as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked ambition and unethical business practices. The fall of Enron was not just a corporate catastrophe, but it also had a profound impact on thousands of employees and investors. The aftermath of Enron's collapse was felt across the globe, but none felt it more acutely than the employees and investors who had placed their trust and their money into the company. Countless employees lost their jobs and their pensions, which were tied up in Enron's stock. Investors, too, were left reeling as billions of dollars in investments evaporated overnight. But this was not just a story of financial loss. The emotional toll on those who had devoted their lives and savings to Enron was immeasurable. Trust was broken, dreams were shattered, and many were left questioning how such a scandal could have happened right under their noses. Yet, from the ashes of this corporate disaster came significant changes to the regulatory landscape. In response to the Enron scandal, the U.S. Congress passed the Sarbanes-Oxley Act in 2002. This law increased the accountability of corporations and their leaders, aiming to prevent such fraudulent activities from happening again. It mandated stricter financial reporting and gave greater power to external auditors. CEOs and CFOs were now required to personally certify the accuracy of their company's financial statements, facing criminal penalties for any misconduct. These changes marked a significant shift in corporate governance and signaled a commitment to greater transparency and accountability in business. They served as a direct response to the mistrust and disillusionment that had been seeded by Enron's fall. Yet the legacy of Enron's collapse extends beyond regulatory changes. It serves as a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the potential dangers of unchecked corporate power. It reminds us of the importance of ethical leadership, financial transparency, and the critical role of oversight in preventing corporate misconduct. In the end, the Enron scandal was a wake-up call, a catalyst for change that still resonates today. It forever altered the way we view corporations and their leaders, forcing us to question and challenge the practices that go on behind closed doors. The Enron scandal serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers of unchecked corporate power. The Enron saga might be a tale of corporate greed and deceit, but it also offers some valuable lessons. As we delve into the labyrinth of Enron's downfall, we find nuggets of wisdom hidden amidst the ruins, lessons that can guide us in navigating the complex world of business and finance. First and foremost, the Enron scandal underscores the critical importance of transparency. Enron's elaborate scheme of deceit was built on a foundation of smoke and mirrors, a complex web of off-the-books partnerships and convoluted financial transactions designed to hide debt and inflate profits. The lesson here is clear. Transparency is not an optional extra in business. It is an absolute necessity. A company's stakeholders, from its investors to its employees, have a right to clear, accurate, and timely information about its financial status. Equally important is the principle of accountability. Enron's top executives managed to escape the worst of the fallout, leaving their employees and shareholders to bear the brunt of their reckless decisions. This starkly highlights the need for mechanisms that ensure accountability at all levels of an organization, particularly among its leadership. No one should be above scrutiny, and those who wield the most power should also bear the most responsibility. The Enron debacle also serves as a stark reminder of the importance of strong corporate governance. Enron's board failed in its duty to oversee the company's management and protect the interests of its shareholders. A robust system of corporate governance with a strong, independent board of directors is a crucial bulwark against corporate mismanagement and malfeasance. Finally, the Enron scandal underscores the value of integrity in business. At its heart, Enron's downfall was a failure of ethics. It serves as a stark reminder that the pursuit of profit should never eclipse the principles of honesty, fairness, and respect. In the end, the fall of Enron serves as a cautionary tale for all, reminding us of the importance of integrity and accountability in the world of business.